Louisiana, Tennessee, Ohio, South Carolina, and then potentially no service members have been injured. It's just been equipment with pretty much every level of operations that are standing right now. What's weapon status? Right now, we don't have any weapons. We don't have any weapons right now. Right. So we want to make sure we get them proper lodge, everything that they need to do now. We're about 4 and our folks working hard to places pre-identified in all the big locations as well. What do we start with orders wise? 7 days, 30 days? What do we? 25 hours. Okay. So it goes to the FY. It does. Yes, it does. Those authorities, those general authorities, you got it goes over here and says how many you can actually bring on board under that authority and how many days you can keep it. So all that's in there. And we'll just follow along. That's what and there's nobody I'm more comfortable with things like this in the DC National Guard. I mean, we are very rehearsed in the DC National Guard. You get to do these kind of things. Maybe not what we're here for right now. Maybe this is a little different. But as far as military operations go, I mean, thank you.
All right, Shalom. Want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone, salutation to all the brothers and the few sisters out there. Unto his life foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. This is going to be a quick show to the spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Lord willing, our brothers are edified. As we could clearly see, Lord willing, Yahweh is ramping things up. All right. We are truly in the last days. And this is a clear-cut sign of things to come. It's not no national threat, not no disaster. The disaster that they would claim would be you blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, mainly the inner city, the ghettos, and so forth. There's a full-fledged attack on the ghettos, on the people of the hood. All right. And it's coming down to the wire when it comes down to this. To see how the Lord deliberately allowed this man to gas your head up for all these years, thinking that you was something special. He's using the National Guard against you. He's using the National Guard against you. Says maybe not, maybe we're not, they're not meant for that. Spirit had me watching The Walking Dead, and this certain things Spirit just have me doing, and as I'm watching it and looking at it, you see the background, a couple of these movies, the national disasters, they send forth the National Guard first to calm people down, which is another factor. I believe I was just watching. It was the news basically saying that I guess this Friday, today's Wednesday, so this Friday they're supposed to give like the jobs reports or something like that. Some report they're supposed to give, and determine of that report will determine the situation, how dire it's supposed to be. In other words, there ain't no goddamn jobs out there. There ain't no jobs. Inflation is still high. People are miserable. So if they lock down DC like how they're doing it, and they're using the whatchamacallit, under the guise of crime high, how much more when everybody see that they lost and they truly lose it? This is a national setup. All right. This is a national setup. What Esau is doing right now, he's not coming in under the guise of a benevolent, a righteous man. He's coming down with wrath. All right. I was looking for another word, but I can't remember how to say the word. But he's coming down with wrath. All right. And this is how we know through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, we are at the end. The measuring stick is there. Everybody's from brothers in the circle outside. Satan is at an all-time high. Everything around us is fucking crumbling. And the muscle is finally coming out. They flexing their muscle. And that muscle that they flexing is their military might. Matthew's, because things is going to get worse. Matthew 24:5. It says, for many shall come in my name, saying I am the anointed, and shall deceive many. So there's also going to be a lot of false prophets. One of the main false prophets that was out there, the high chief priest who exalted himself. Yeah, one nigga said that meeting him is like he met, I could say that, he met Jesus, right, in person. Then this nigga turn around and get pegged up the ass. Then come to find out, not only did he get pegged up the ass, which is fucking vile in itself, this nigga's also a gangster. He claimed to be part of a gangster, so he never changed his way. Now he's begging for a fucking job. But this whole time, he was presenting himself as holier than thou. He's the one that goes around telling everybody, you could keep the laws 100%, and what, you're not supposed to worship Yahweh Shai? This is the type of individual that the Lord was speaking of, all right? And many others. You had Comfy. You had, currently you have Nathaniel, we call him Nate. So you have a lot of guys that's going out there claiming to be the anointed, all right, or giving some sort of presence that they are the anointed. They may not say it, but they're acting as the anointed, that they could save. Ain't nobody could save us but Yahweh Shai. And we're not saved until it's set destruction. All right. And it says, and you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. And that's why we hear in the grand scale noise, a lot of noise out there about potential World War III. And Trump is trying to calm the thing down, so because he's trying to win brownie points. He's trying to make himself look good in front of his supporters. He has a ego thing. He loves to be loved, but he don't like to be hated. Right? So he's trying to bring peace in Ukraine and Russia. All that shit. Ain't no peace unto the wicked. All right? Their job is to increase the wars. So there's more wars to come. It says, see that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation. And this is where we standing at. Nation is rising against nation. And one of the main things that nation is going to rise against the other nations, which is not talking about, it's talking about 18 nations. Civil war. What's going to make them really act a fool? Matter of fact, let me get that. 2nd Ezra 15, about 17. Oh, wow, go figures. I'm gonna go to the point. Yeah, there it is. 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. This is what's gonna cause nation against nation, civil wars, and all that good stuff. All right, the lack of bread and the great tribulation, which is great trials, where people are suffering, undeniable suffering, when they see somebody else that have and they don't have. People are gonna take things like, oh, that's what I was looking for. Same chapter. 16. For there shall be sedition among men, speaking of uprisings, and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, people that's in power. All right, the government. They're not gonna regard that. It says, in the course of their action shall stand in their power. So the course of their action, meaning they're gonna come up with whatever reasons in order to fight. So nation is going to fight against nation, and is clearly seeing it. But the devil's coming down having great wrath. He's strategically putting things in play. So you don't have to turn around and activate the National Guard for some shit that they're doing. You don't have to do that. All he has to do now is keep the National Guard in the most violent area that he would say. Oh, precept to that. Jeremiah 5:7. No. Jeremiah 5:6. Wherefore a lion out of the forest shall slay them. This is what happened when this is what Jeremiah is saying is going to happen when the Babylonians came on Israel. So when they was trying to escape, the lion would meet them at the forest. Babylonians, right? And a wolf of the evenings shall spoil them. So the Babylonians, which is technically the Assyrians, and they had other nations aid to take us down. And one of the main nations that aided to take us down was Esau Edom. That's why David prophesied what Esau Edom was going to say, the Edomites was going to say during that time. And this scripture goes into it, said, raise it even to the foundation. And they aided, and tell you in Amos that they aided, is it Amos? Yeah, how they aided to take the people. So they helped the Babylonians round us up. All right. I don't know. I don't even think they was in an alliance. It's like, oh, this the opportunity. Let's get these mother effers. And it says, and a leopard shall watch over their cities. So a leopard watching over your cities. What is a leopard known for? It's stealth. All right. Leopard could climb a tree. You don't even know if a leopard is there or not. So they come in full force. This is why you have all these cameras. All right. All these cameras are everywhere because they watching everything. They watching everybody. You can't purchase anything without them knowing. And this is a society that they want to introduce. But despite they want to introduce that, prior to this RFID microchip, they're going to omit the chaos. They're going to omit the confusion. And then they're going to bring in the order. So whatever's going to break out, whatever's going to happen, they already have everything in place. All right, to control. And might add, the National Guard is ex-military men that did full service. Their job is to do what? Only to come for emergencies. And they're going to keep them going. So now the inner city is going to be occupied by the military. So that the military in Front Street is scattered throughout the whole four corners of the earth because of the American greed. So now they want to bring in the military within American soil, the own National Guard. This devil is plotting out. It says, everyone that goeth out thence shall be torn in pieces, because their transgression are many and their backsliding are increased. And that's Israel. When you backslide, that means that you went back doing foolishness. All right? And the Lord not having that. There ain't no time for no fucking backsliding. Part of my Swahili, but so the Lord is going to send forth his ultimate weapon down hard on his people, Ezekiel, in which we seeing. And the rhetoric that's being broadcast, you have no options. You have no other choice. You're just going to have to suffer. Ezekiel 21:9, Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord, say, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. That sword is Esau Edom. Proverbs, was it? No, sorry. Psalms 17:13 tells you, all right, that the Lord used men as a whipping stick, a sword. And the ultimate sword that he used is Esau. That's the Lord's sword on his people. Because the Lord is about to bring the wrath towards his people. his displeasure towards his people. Okay? And it's sharpened to make a sword slaughter. And whatever randomification that they want to use and say it's because of crime ridden, they could use a medical outbreak, they could use a domestic tea attack, they could say whatever. They have everything in motion to take the rights away from the people and bring in the great tribulation that the Bible speaks of, which is intel is going to lead the people to be in an uproar. And and it's illegal to go against the government to protest. And this is all part of Esau's plan. That's why George Soros funded Black Lives Matter and Antifa as a prerequisite to cook the books. I love saying that, but that's what they did to pass certain laws, so that way when the actual thing actually happens organic, you are breaking the laws. And once you breaking the laws, they have every right to come hard as they want on you because you're breaking a law. This is how the devil's operating. Okay, and it says it is furbished that it may glitter. Oh, there was another video. Let's see if I can get that. And everybody was thinking like, oh, this is cute, right? And we watch everything, man. Where is that video? Where is that video? Go figure it. I didn't want to show. There it is. I see. Yeah. Yeah, it's all cute, but that's exactly what that's the sharp weapon that they have against you. All right, because we also gotta put in mind a lot of these National Guards and so forth, they're Americans. All right, they're Americans, and at the end of the day, I hate to say it, but but men don't want to see other men harmed in that fashion. That's what is a psychological thing. What it was saying about World War II, how a lot of people didn't want to kill one another because, of course, at that time, World War II, what it was just Edomites against Edomites for the majority of it. All right, so that psychologically breaks people down. But with those iRobot looking things, they ain't no psychological. They could be programmed to tear you apart. All right, so they're gonna bring in all the human aspect of it, because eventually, what's gonna happen? Some people is gonna follow orders. A lot of people are gonna follow orders. A lot of people are gonna do the most egregious things that is expected that might come down. So they're gonna have to bring in their ultimate weapon, and it's still gonna come on you blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Still, all right. I did the video. The young Jake, come to find out, he's from Angola, and he talking shit about Jake over here, and Amanda Seals like, you're not even from here. Like, go sit down, right? But you can hear that the key thing that he was saying. The statistics says this, that, to the third. I don't see why you being oppressed. So statistics is what data. It's not evidence. It's just data, and that's the same program that could be, this could be altered. So they could program these machines to come against you, because of whoever's programming them, their prejudice. They could show the statistics. Like, see, the crimes are really started here, and this got to the third. So it just for the machines, they don't have to hold um, human lives like that. They could do that as that, and this is why we need a divine intervention. It says it is also furbished that it makes glitter. Should we then make mirth? What is making mirth? Be happy? Should we party and have a good time? No, death is coming. Death is coming to everybody. All right. This whole status quo that's happening now is no longer going to be as that. There's a great change is coming, and that great change is going to come in the form of your rights being taken from you. And it says, "It contempteth the rod of my son as every tree, and he given it to be furbished that it may be handled. The sword is sharpened; it is furbished to give it unto the hand of the slayer." And who's a worse person that is going to actually commit these and atrocity crimes? And they're doing it right now to those people in that land. And they showing the word they didn't give two F's about them. This is why we need Yahweh Shem Yahushua. This is why we need him. Because it's about to get ugly out here. It's about to get seriously ugly. It says, "Cry in house, son of man, for it shall be upon my people, it shall be upon the princes of Israel. Terrors by the reason of the sword shall be upon my people. Smite therefore upon thy thigh." So, yo, terrors is coming. All right. And the reasons is plenty of reasons. This is the Lord's payback. All right. This is the Lord's payback. The same thing that happened in 70 AD. What did the Lord say? He said, "Oh, these be the time of vengeance." Right? In Luke 20, the 21st chapter. This is the time of vengeance. This is the time the Lord is about to annihilate his people. He could destroy them. And we got to the point where we like, you know what? And anybody in his right mind is like, fuck it. To start over. Black culture is deaf culture. This whole pride that Jake has is gonna stop. And this is how the Lord is gonna stop it. Because you entrust in the system is about to bite you in your ass. You like to celebrate death of your own, the system is about to break you in half. All right. You participate in all these things. You think that you're above criticism or judgment because you're a law-abiding citizen. You're gonna get yours too. Everybody. They're sending forth the human beings, the National Guard. Then they're gonna send the Gurkha troops, most likely. Then they're gonna send in the heavy artillery. Okay, for what? For crime. And then they got a jail system where it's like a turnstile by design, and they want to fulfill all. And the jails are all private. What? All the jails are private institutions. So this man is he about to come down hard on the nation of Israel, and we done told you so. So that being said, shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.